Hi, it's Joanne. Today we're watching Only Murders in the Building, Season 4, Episode 5, Adaptation, which I guess is about the movie adaptation of their lives. I am so excited for another episode. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and let's go! I feel sorry for you that you need to hide who you are so completely.
They're making your movie. You're a real writer.
It's especially sad
You're
that he puts all
convinced
that
the voice
on
head,
in his
the one
own
that says you're a
room,
fraud,
not just
is
outside.
finally gonna spare my friends.
What is going on?
Oh my god, it's you?
Do you mind putting the gun down?
Oh, this? It's not loaded. Solving crimes like a millennial Nancy Drew. I'm really excited for our
What are
movie,
you
guys.
doing here?
I think someone on the movie may have.
Okay, so that's why you're skulking around here?
Name's Saz Pataki, and I'm told you're the one to talk to. Look, I can't get into this in a message, but you need to call me, okay? There's a problem with your Only Murders movie. A big problem, and I can't say more than that.
11:07.
What I'm saying is no
So,
one wants to get that
the
call.
plot
It's
thickens,
really
the
hard
puzzle
to get a
pieces
movie made
grow.
these days.
But you think everything would be different if you'd just called her back?
Oh,
No.
I'm haunted.
She's
by
worried about
fear
the
that this
movie.
movie falls apart. The stakes are through. Find the killer. I save the movie. How's that for a deal?
Well, can they search the place? There might be something else there.
I think the next time you ask me to rush over here for a break in the case, you need to give me something better than 20 fucking thousand murder boards, okay?
It's only 3. Someone on the movie killed Saz to keep this problem a secret.
Okay, so if this
Possibly.
is such a hot theory, then where's the rest of your crew to vouch
Or the
for it?
movie was going to touch on something that
Well, the
was
good
going to go
people
wrong
Page 6 have solved.
somehow.
The bicep on Loretta's Instagram
Like, the...
has been
I don't know. Like, something like... My brain is struggling to articulate the thought I'm having. Like, the movie was going to mean that they'd look into something that would expose something? I don't know. I'm trying to think of something other than, like, a member of the cast killed her. Like, I don't know, though.
Our life rights checks have landed. I sent mine to my accountant in Belize, where my accountant is hiking the Jananchinic Mountains and who will return
Charles!
here so I can pay the appropriate American taxes.
Okay, I don't like you anymore, Charles. Not only you're a rich person who scams people out of, like, money, because any rich person who has a bank account offshore so they don't have to pay taxes into their own country to help people who are less off than them, to help themselves drive on the road. Charles, do you use the road? I think you... Like, fuck you, Charles.
I just can't believe they're actually.
That's not
doing
funny.
this. It's so official. I'm a professional. Wait, what do I do?
You do this.
Podcaster, investigator.
Well,
Podcast producer.
I'm a podcast producer.
I mean, you are. You've produced
I'm a podcast
multiple
producer.
seasons.
No, but
That's so scary to say out loud.
Maybe it's because you're a producer on a podcast about a crime that has 40,000 fucking suspects.
Not for long. We're headed up to the production office.
well, he and I don't sound that different. Both body guys, you know, love protein. In fact, a lot of people don't know
Oliver,
this, but
if you're
I
feeling this
myself
insecure,
went
just
through
talk to
steroids
Loretta and say, like, I
Prednisone
trust
for
you,
less infections.
but I hate that I'm feeling this insecure.
That's
So I
really
think, like,
interesting.
we can do about it.
It's
Can we
funny 'cause you
talk
don't
more?
strike me as-
While secretly taking photos for our murder board. Oh, yes. Yes, I can hold. Yes, I'll wait.
You got the shutter
Yes,
sound
it's me,
on.
Martha.
Hi. I just went down to the lobby to look for you. Can you hang back and talk with me for a second? Come
Traitors.
sit down with me.
Another one about buttons being pushed because of trauma.
Mabel.
Ooh, I'm gonna flesh out these ideas, and I'm gonna set you up on a meeting ASAP.
Oh, no,
maybe
I'm
not.
sure about my schedule.
Oh, sorry.
Who's at the door?
Aha! It's my favorite
He would
trio.
constantly be stopped on the street by people thinking he's
when
Ben
you go to beard last
Gilroy or whatever.
Well,
Oh
I was
lord.
just leaving you to
Spent months picturing how you would do an interrogation scene, and now I'm inside one.
Yeah, you're really living the dream. Can you?
You never pretend to be anything other than what you are. Amateurs.
Hey, whoa.
I was gonna say amateurs flailing their way
Yeah.
to success.
There's nothing wrong with being an amateur.
Picture this.
Oh dear.
Our killer takes this place. Just another face in the New York crowd.
Oh, Charles.
Exactly minute 12.
Have you timed this, even like the walking
Stylishly
part?
I'll do it.
Do what?
The murder. I can reenact it in 12
Yeah, I was
minutes.
gonna say, like, we need to
I don't
time it
think
to
that's
see
a
if it's
great idea.
plausible.
Mabel. You have no idea what this body of mine can do. In 1981, I participated in a 24-hour
It's in
zip-line
1981.
Like a
who's proving anything. I'm simply a man in his prime looking to
Oliver,
use his
just talk to
rock-hard mind
Loretta.
to prove a murder time.
Oliver, nobody could have done that in 12 minutes unless they were superhuman. The only thing holding this murder board together is my timeline, and it's all wrong. What are you
Okay.
doing? Oh my.
guys, we have to go to that photo shoot.
Wow, Mabel, money has really changed you. One check.
This shoe print on that tacky mat matches the one from Dudenoff's apartment. The killer was up at the production offices, which
Shit. It's like I'm already watching the sequel to my movie.
Or it could just be a popular brand of shoe.
We have all of you multiplied, then we add mirrors. It's so confusing, just like your podcast. Check it out. Look at this.
So many of them.
Oh, honey, I've asked for crazier things. In season 8 of Desperate Housewives, I told them I wouldn't return unless they legalized gay marriage. And guess what? They did. You're welcome, gays.
Hey, Pat, I'm sorry.
What?
I can't.
What are we dancing?
Two people. That's it.
My
The
brain
murder
is
plan would
back
need
to
2 people.
It wasn't one person who did the murder, it was two.
The twins?
To shoot
I mean,
and one to clean up.
I mean, they could be twins. They're not identical.
People could have. Or
Who was
it all makes
that?
less sense.
Nice and strong. Could it be them?
you're totally right.
Excuse me? Okay, like, I just need to go back and just rehear the last, like, segment of that to try and, like, piece together if I can I mean, obviously I won't be able to piece together anything because they're not telling us anything, but
You're totally right. They could have done this.
will it be them or has the other brother sister just been shot? So the sister that was still there looked around and, I mean, she looked convincingly like, oh my god, what was that? Okay, so from rewatching it, when the shot gets fired, or the loud noise or whatever it is, I'm assuming because I think someone shouted, they've been shot, which does suggest somebody has been shot. The other sister that's still there goes, which could just be acting, like if my twin was going to go off and kill someone and I need you to act like, you know, we had nothing to do with it, I wouldn't want to be like, my plan is working. I would be like, oh no, a shot. But she looked convincingly surprised that it had happened. Now, there's a chance it's just a popular shoe brand, or at least a shoe brand worn by more than them. But it's very interesting. Like, could we find the killer at the midway point? Because this is episode 5, right? Which is the midway point of the season. So, like, could we solve the murder now, but then there'll be more things to solve going on? I don't know, and I'm very intrigued. Like, it would be a very different take on for this show if they kind of moved to a second murder, or this murder was part of a wider conspiracy or something. So regardless, I'm intrigued. There's obviously a chance that someone just made a loud bang and it's America, gun crime is rampant. You're gonna be like, oh my god, there was a bang, it's a gun. Because most of the time we're probably right. I'm laughing because it's just not funny in the slightest. But it could just be an accident, but someone did shout they've been shot. Now what would be quite interesting would be if it's like the Charles, either Eugene Levy or the Charles stunt double, if like another Charles lookalike is killed. I mean, again, I don't think in this case realistically it would be someone thinking it was Charles, unless it was done from like across the building again, like from far away. But it could be an interesting take if yet another Charles lookalike has been murdered. But it could be the brother, sister, it could be literally anybody at this point who has been executed and who's been killed or shot. That they might survive. So I'm very intrigued by that ending, and it was really mean because now we have to wait a week, and ugh, what happened? I need to know. So I feel really sorry for the writer, because whether he's a talented writer or not, and they seem to like, I guess his script is good, or at least decent, I don't know, because it seems like Charles thought it was amazing because it praised him, and Oliver thought it sucked because it didn't praise him. I guess it's a good script though. Needing to like so alter your appearance when you're alone in your own home writing is really sad. I mean, to an extent, if it kind of helps him find his muse and get engaged with his muse, it's not the worst thing in the world. It doesn't hurt anybody, you know, it's just a way of making him feel confident in himself. But to then kind of present yourself like that to the world, I just want to tell him he's all right without the glasses and the fake facial hair. So potentially we've solved the shoe print and the fact that two people could do it within the time frame, because the time frame makes sense. The time of the phone call, the time that between when they saw Saz and when the power blipped, there's only so much time that these things could happen in, and so there being two people at least involved makes sense. Whether it's going to be the brother sisters at this point, I have no idea, but I can't wait to find out. I need Oliver to talk to Loretta. Like, have they had any communication since he began to be ridiculously jealous? Because if Loretta is going to cheat on him, fuck her. Okay? Like, if she's going to realise that she wants someone better than him and leave him, that sucks for Oliver, but as long as she doesn't cheat, she's not doing anything wrong. They haven't been together that long, especially, but it's not wrong regardless. But also this just purely stems from Oliver's insecurities, and the minute she became more famous, or the minute she was getting more roles, branching out, he feels insecure, and he feels like he's not good enough for her, and that she's going to see that. Now, realistically, this Jake Jonk, or whatever, looks a lot younger than Loretta, and I don't imagine him and Loretta doing anything, because why would he want an older woman? Now, I hate age gaps regardless, so like I think age gaps are gross, whatever's happening. Like, but just if he is someone who can sleep with whoever he wants, like Meryl Streep is gorgeous and wonderful, but she is also just older, and that kind of guy wouldn't necessarily go for her when he could have the younger people around. So I don't know. I think Oliver's probably just being insecure for no reason. But it also suggests, like, it's kind of insulting to Loretta, if she is good and faithful to him, that he so quickly thinks the worst of her simply because she's got pictures with someone. He needs to talk to her and straighten this all out soon, or else he will lose her because he's being an insecure jerk. Okay, so puzzle piece wise, Saz phoning the producery, creatory person to say there's something wrong with your movie, it's got to be stopped, or something along those lines, but there is something wrong with the movie. I'm like, I've been trying to puzzle it out, and I really badly in the middle of this reaction was trying to articulate my thoughts and not doing a good job of it. Like, was the movie going to stray into territory that was dangerous? Was it having more buzz in the Arconia would be bad? Was it like, why would it be dangerous if it's just a movie of their podcast, and their podcast already exists and is already in the public domain? And like, yes, a movie would reach more audiences than the podcast already has, but why would the movie cause problems? Is it because it would give somebody who has a reason to want to kill Charles access to him or something? But then there haven't been any other attempts on his life since Saz died, apart from maybe just now, I don't know. So yeah, oh my god, that ending is brain spiraling. We're getting more pieces of the puzzle, but I still can't make out what the image is supposed to be. Reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and thank you so much for watching.